up, y'all? It's Steve. About to react to this vid by Abbott and Preach. It's titled "The Pearl Nobody Wanted." Damn, they are dragging Pearl. Let's see what she did and what occurred. Let's watch.
Any other questions for me?
Not right now.
All right. Should I move on? Like, what are we doing now?
Let me.
This little house on the prairie shirt.
300. We also had that plane crash on the East Coast. No one's making
That
fun of it.
one plane.
You do better when you're reading off your paper, so I'll give you some time to do that.
Yo, mom, go. I want to see it again.
You do better when you're reading off your paper, so I'll give you some time to do that.
She was 8 hours. Did I see that correctly? Oh, no words.
Good Lord.
It's a
Speechless.
little harder to debate someone who's not an OnlyFans girl, right?
That's what she usually debates. Get her. Get her.
Yo, mom, go.
Yeah.
Woo!
This is that awkward laugh you do when you got nothing to say, so you just want to seem like you're okay. You can tell.
Not that I'm
Because
judging.
Pro will do this. This is what she'll do. She'll go like this. She'll go.
Never. I don't need to.
That is what she's doing.
Feminism empowered women.
Oh, hell no!
She went to reading her paper. She
actually did it.
Sickness of the highest order. Howdy.
I feel like you should have that coat wearing that hat.
What coat?
This coat.
So don't burn me with a good time. All right. Now we're coming down the mountain. Done with doing broke stuff, and we are taking time away from our own personal activities.
They've been making a lot of gay jokes lately.
Discuss.
That was a great movie, by the way, Brokeback Mountain. I feel like it got a lot of hate for no reason. That scene was weird, and he used his spit to. Overall, it was a good movie.
Going on with Hannah Pearl Davis, aka Just Lonely Things. She was up on a debate stage, being a little less lonely with Anna Kasparian, and irrespective of whether or not you agree with her politics or not, her performance, it was embarrassing. And you know what, Abby, you're biased, maybe, but
Yeah, okay, they're saying Pearl cooked Dan. I mean, I don't think so.
Definitely did not.
I don't. I gotta be honest. I
Cooked
don't think so. It's very embarrassing. I'm not exactly like you guys are like you bombed. You bombed. Like I didn't mean to bomb.
here at Advent Preach, we love that for you, okay? With that in mind, let's go take a look at why. Because how would I describe the experience? For me, it's a bit of self-loathing. Because it's like watching a bully. What? Is that really a tiny violin? This is not edited in, by the way, Bug. This is not some
That sound on it. No, but
Actually making music. I thought they did edit that. I want it.
Hey, no way! That's fire.
That
that's a
is
good purchase.
fire.
I think it was $40.
I want a tiny violin.
That's really good.
Not even for my videos, for real
I feel like
life.
it's self-loathing for you. Okay? But human to human.
Does
There's a part of you that doesn't look at that person, that thing.
I was like,
Okay, we don't need that one, sir.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Oh no, this is
How did this shit just keep popping out of nowhere? We got a cowboy hat and a lumberjack. This is the making of Brokeback. Ding, 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 ding.
There are more online prostitutes in America than female Walmart employees. 1 of 3 women will catch an STD at some point in their lifetime. 90% will catch HPV, which is incurable. Feminism has empowered women to abort an 1/8 of the world population and 1/3 of Gen Z. 1/3 of paternity tests are negative by the American Association of Blood Bank. There are millions of men that have died in this country from the political power that feminism pushes. And
Can you cite some actual studies that look at these statistics and back up what you say in regard to the outcomes of marriage and divorce in America?
41% of 109 cases reported to police in a Midwestern city were admitted to be false by complainants.
In one Midwestern city? And which Midwestern city was that?
You know, you can go from your ivory tower and
I'm not in an ivory tower. I'm on this debate stage
That was-
interrogating your assertions, and you've only provided an anecdote.
Right.
Because if you look at the data, which I
which I
What are you
have.
going to say?
it's easy to say one town in the Midwest and just keep on going with it. Which one was it? Can we be a little bit specific?
So, I actually ended up going to look up the study because I was curious. It was like Midwestern. It's a study from 1987.
Oh my God.
Okay? And
People think
There's
it's
just
one police agency in a small metropolitan area in the Midwestern United States. See how she conveniently left out the fact that it's from 1987? Like, you would think there'd be something more recent or more relevant.
You'll find that women are twice as likely to fall into poverty after divorce.
Right, because they can't
alimony is
stop
paid
spending.
out in 10% of divorces. According to the Census Bureau, the average child support payment is $441 a month.
So I actually didn't know if this was true because, like, the 400 sounded low, but I looked it up and she was citing accurate numbers. So
We tend to forget that a lot of people.
I mean, yes, this also gets on my nerves when people get upset on celebrities' behalf, like when men have to pay a large dollar amount for child support. You see a whole bunch of men, usually a bunch of incels in the comments, mad about it, like, oh, see, this is bad for men, da da da, when this is the average payment. But because you see a ball player paying his baby mama $10,000 a month, y'all get mad at it when it's like, that's not the norm.
Or poor. And a lot of people go to court. And
That doesn't affect you.
I'm not, well, you haven't paid? Because I'm between jobs. Like, two broke people.
Women get full custody 40% of the time. Men do get full custody 20% of the time. And 40% of the time, it's shared custody, which I think is the ideal situation, assuming that neither spouse is abusive.
Men are 9 times more likely to commit after a divorce.
Compared to women, what's the number for women?
It's lower.
Really? What is it?
it?
Comparative analysis is real difficult for you, isn't it? Go ahead, Pearl.
What's your next question?
Ooh, get her. Get her. She eating her bottle walked up.
I mean, you don't really have much to answer, so I don't know what else to ask you. Do you think you're helping men by discouraging them from entering fulfilling marriages?
What happens to men if they don't pay child support?
it's just like, it's very difficult to listen to her because she doesn't respond really to what anyone's saying.
No.
Because she's like got pre-programmed, and like, in her defense,
Answers, yeah.
it's tough being on stage. I've heard a lot of people say all these different things about what they believe, and then they get on a mic in front of a crowd of people and they
They
choke.
freeze, yeah.
People get stage fright all the time. They panic. I've seen it. Me watching her on stage, it's just like Anna's saying something, and Pearl's like, it's like when you have a cross-eyed nigga staring at you, and you just gotta think for a few seconds.
Stop.
Is it me he's staring at?
Just watching Pearl is just like, I feel like she's like a computer. Her early computer with an MS-DOS, and she's running DOS.
I think the biggest thing, like, is she's just not prepared. Because it's not a matter of intelligence knowing these numbers.
No,
She just didn't make a lot of effort to learn. And it's a very basic thing to scrutinize someone's sources.
I need more than anecdotes. I need more than vibes and feelings.
Men
Really?
are fighting to be a part of their kids' lives.
What's the empirical data on that?
I don't need data. How many people?
I don't need data for my claim. See? So when it's convenient, she goes to a study. When it's not, I don't need it.
The reason that this happens, Anna, is because lawyers tell them not to fight because it's so expensive and they won't win.
What is
They
that
won't
based on?
win.
You have to provide, look, Pearl, I am open to be convinced, but I need more than anecdotes. I need more
data.
than vibes and feelings. Because we're talking about something serious here. We're talking about raising children. We're talking about the shared responsibility of raising children. That, of course, includes the
90%
cost.
of disputed custody goes to women. That's not equal.
Well, 90%, that's a totally made up statistic. Where are you citing that from?
All right, let's take a break there because our time actually ran.
Okay.
That was a simple question.
Now, I can't tell you.
Where in your anus
She just
did
lied.
you get that statistic from?
She lied.
Yeah, of course she lied.
I ended up looking up because I was curious. And what it actually says is that statistics are frequently cited that around 90% of women are awarded custody, but they also fail to show that 60% of men get custody in contested cases. Similar, in just over half of all divorce cases, the parents mutually decide that the mother will take the custodial role.
Mutually.
So when she said in contested cases, 90%, that's just not true. She just made up that number. And a lot of people will justify her lies because it benefits their movement or whatever they're advocating for. It's like, what's the point?
Oh, what you saying? What are you saying? She's low-key noble?
And even if it was a hoax for the sake of bringing attention to this, then I'm like, that's low-key noble. Like, I'm just...
Mind you, Anna doesn't talk about gender-related stuff much on her job at all. This is Pearl's only job. This is all Pearl yaps about every day. She puts out like 4 or 5 videos, and she repeats a lot of these facts. So just think about how little she prepared for the one thing that she yaps about every day in front of someone who doesn't talk about this and put out that performance.
The thing that
He's like, you do it. Like,
Pearl is an expert in that.
a sports context, the bitch is playing on home field.
Yeah.
She got advantage. The whole crowd is her people. In fact, in that audience, there are no Young Turk fans. It's all Anna, and she processes herself. And it's a topic that she's supposedly some kind of expert in. She's asked for sources, she falls apart.
But that goes to show, I talk about this all the time, and they also expose this. These experts and people who are trying to educate y'all on this dumb shit. They don't even know what they're talking about. They pull a lot of this out their ass. They love to mix up the data and statistics, and they are frauds, essentially.
Rebutted a few times. If you ad hom, she loses her mind. And it's like, damn, this is your fucking queen? King, whatever.
Whose queen is this?
Did you say?
Just manly things? You never heard that before?
Yeah, I heard about that. I heard it here.
And just masculine things? Because she got a job, she yap all day, she don't listen to nobody, she's combative, she's argumentative, et cetera, you know?
It's frustrating because she took her time. Kasparian took some time to get prepared, and then she shows up to this.
Yeah.
It's like if you're showing up for the finals of whatever sports you're doing, and then you've been training, you've been like, giving it your all, and then you show up to your basketball game of the championship, and you win 150-21. It's like, did you even show up? Like, what's the effort? Yeah, at first we're dunking on you, it's fun, but then it's like, we did all that for that?
True.
Sad that people think that. It really is. You get a partner, you get a teammate, you get to build a life together, and it's beautiful. I feel like misery loves company in this situation.
Absolutely.
Saying that as a personal attack. I really hope that girl meets the love of her life and gets married. It's not about that. But you...
Because, why are you trying to discourage other people from getting married?
Now, in Pearl's defense, that's definitely an ad hom.
And that's clearly something she wants, because she talks about it all the time. Jesus.
As a personal attack.
Well, I don't say all the time. I don't watch this lady. But whenever they're reacting to her or they're covering her and I react to it, yes, that's what she talks about. She wants to be chose.
But it was. Don't worry. Anna went low, Pearl going lower.
Why do we have phrases like it's cheaper to keep her?
Pearl, divorce is expensive. And by the way, on purpose, to discourage people from getting divorced in the first
Are you
place.
talking about phrases?
Why do we have phrases like happy wife, happy life?
Because it rhymes.
Because it's true. Same with happy husband, happy life. I don't want to come home to an angry husband.
But that's not a phrase.
Do you have any other catchphrase or slogan you want to throw at me?
Okay. All right, Pearl, pause. Pearl,
weird
yeah,
thing
okay.
to bring
Happy
up
spouse,
in a
happy house.
debate.
It rhymes. Happy, that englobes everybody. We made it gender neutral. It's great.
This is what I mean, Pearl, I think, is getting to a point where I think men's personal feelings are oftentimes disregarded, but she just doesn't know how to say it, or maybe she's going full I don't know. I'm just trying to say, there's a point somewhere there.
Why is she is such a fucking pick-me. Why are you trying to be the spokesperson for it? Girl, and nobody has picked her. That's the crazy part.
I don't know how to say it. It's like, how is this the rep for men's movement? It's just,
what?
Ginger Sasquatch. It's killing me.
Ginger Sasquatch.
But she just, she's not a bright person.
No.
And she's over here doing this male advocacy thing, and I'm like, damn, if I'm a dude, shut the fuck up, because you don't know what you're saying.
You're saying she's not a bright person? Well,
I don't consider pale bright.
Oh, okay, cool, my bad.
Yeah, cast with a friendly ghost.
Because I was looking at her skin and I was like, yo, look at the glow.
They get a partner.
That gains 25 pounds in the first 5 years.
Men get pretty fat too. I don't know if you've done a comparative analysis on that. They actually end up gaining more weight than their wives do.
Damn, did you see that fucking smile fade from her face once Anna rebutted her with a point?
Men get pretty fat too. I don't know if you've done a comparative analysis on that.
And she just shuts down.
And who cares? Men.
I mean, then they should take care of themselves too. Anna, how do you don't care about your wife getting fat if you get fatter than her? That's crazy.
What are we doing?
Oh, but women's looks matter. Yeah, both y'all, listen, women care about looks too. They do. Maybe a little less men, but you still have to make an effort. But you can't be in your ivory tower talking about, yeah, you getting fat when you getting fatter than them. And her response to that is what?
Conversation with your partner. Encourage her. Be an adult.
How can men and women be equal?
Especially if she's
how
giving
can men
children.
and women be equal when one is expected to die for the other?
Pearl is just not there. She just
Die.
It's going to be a long 60
look at all her days.
Do you realize how good you have
Is she gonna bring up the phrase "ride or die"? Are you saying that men are dying, girl?
country?
Absolutely.
That what she said?
Best country in the world.
Do you realize how good you have it in this country?
Absolutely. Best country in the world.
And you get the life to live the life you live at the expense of men.
No, that's not true.
That is true.
Show me how.
Do you know how many men die every year? Just to...
Girl, and now you laughing?
People look at
There are men that die every year
Oh, this
to get
is
you proud.
weird.
How many women die every year during childbirth?
Not many.
What?
This country has the highest
You said
maternal
not
mortality
many?
rate of any developed country. So a lot of women do
That's
die
really
as a result
sad.
of pregnancy and childbirth, yes.
That's really fucking
And personally, I hate this tit for tat shit. Where it's like, well, men die here and women die there, and see this is why men. It's always that.
I understand what you're saying, but then what? Because there's nothing else.
Black women died even higher numbers also. So be careful out there. You a black woman trying to have a baby.
I I understand what you're saying. You're right. You're absolutely
I'll tell you what the then what is. The then what is whoever gets to prove that they're the most disadvantaged gets to then tell the other bitches like, yo, you need to lose your voting rights because we do this more than you. It's like, you know, like these talking points, whenever I see them recycled so often, lose a lot of their steam for me because it's like, you guys are never going to get what you're advocating for to happen. Like, we're not going back to a time where women can't vote.
No.
So,
thank God.
So you need to move off that point because the more you bring it up, the less people support your movement and the less. And this is what I mean when I look at these content creators, I say they're stupid when it comes to their advocacy for men. Is the things that they're advocating for are so extreme, it makes their whole movement seem goofy. And it's like, if you could be more measured, a lot of y'all get some more effort, a lot of y'all get much more done for the group that you claim you're at. But none of these people actually care for these groups. They want to make their bag, they want to get their subscriptions, and then afterwards they can walk away being millionaires and telling a bunch of dudes, I worked hard for y'all, didn't I? That's all this is.
And you
It's all
didn't do
feel good
shit.
bullshit.
Man, like everybody knows somebody that it's happened to. And commentators can, they can try to minimize it. They can talk from their ivory towers and pretend it's not happening, but there's a genocide of millions of men that's going on in this country.
There's a genocide.
Side?
Yeah, so
That's crazy. I don't think she
1.6
knows what
million
that
men
means.
have committed since 1970.
Okay.
Similar rates of women also attempt suicide but fail because they usually don't resort to more violent means of ending their own lives.
Because we're better at it than women. Like,
Yeah.
we're more efficient.
I don't-
Chilling here,
not
ourselves,
flex.
we're chilling it.
Yeah, facts. I know women say men not get a commitment, but we know how to commit to self-defense.
Hey, and we use more violent ways. More men have guns. More men have tools.
Facts. Men keep succeeding.
Stupid as fuck.
So they'll take pills.
Why is it that every time we bring up men, you have to bring up women?
Because we're doing a comparative analysis here. You can't just throw out statistics without comparing it
Exactly.
to what the rates are among
What
women.
I'm pointing out is, I just pointed out that by 2050, more men will have committed than all of the world wars combined. And your first response was, well, women committed too.
Because it is a problem that is inflicting both sexes in this country. It is a tragedy and should be taken seriously rather than this weird sex war.
But it's not going to be taken seriously when you pretend it's not going on.
It is going on.
See, she's not engaging what she said. Her counter argument was, don't turn into like a gender thing. Like, even women are obviously suffering from this depression and trying to take their own lives or whatever. Men are just succeeding at it more.
And she's first saying, don't say that's going on. Don't say that's not going on. That's not what you said.
Now, Pearl can say, that's fine, but the problems that men are dealing with are very peculiar. There's a reason why they're going to the extreme lengths, that their despair is larger, whatever it could be. Now, you can make that argument, but Pearl doesn't do that. She's too brain dead to like internalize what Anna said. So instead she goes, yeah, well, you pretend it doesn't happen. She never pretended it doesn't happen.
She just said it was happening on both sides.
Yeah.
She's actually saying it's happening, as a matter of fact. But the sex war thing on self-deletion is weird. That's all she's saying.
I mean, how many of our soldiers, our veterans, come back to the United States after multiple deployments, do not get treatment or help with PTSD and other mental issues as a result of being deployed multiple times? Like, that's a real problem. How come you don't talk about that?
Yeah, but
you blame it on marriage and divorce instead.
Because those soldiers
Blame it
come
on
home to an
women.
empty house.
You think that
Girl, what?
Hold on.
divorce
They're
is the reason for most of
Men
these...
are 9 times more likely.
See, like Pearl, and this is where Pearl's a grifter.
She's so damn
And this is why I don't think she cares about men's issues truly. Because Anna brings a good point. It's like, I talk against a lot of these wars that make men come back with the PTSD where they take their own lives. And Pearl's response is, well, no, they're actually taking their lives because when they come home, they're going to go back to
It's not the messed up stuff that happens at war.
Right.
It's the empty house that really triggers them. It's not the bombs. It's not the bullets flying. Thrown by other men, by the way.
It's not seeing their friends die. It's because they're coming back to an empty house. Their woman has left them while they were out. All right.
seeing their friends die.
It's not seeing their people die.
Get blown
It's
up.
not people. It's not that. It's none of that. When they come back home,
Pussy not there.
that's what it is.
The tears empty.
Man, how?
You may not know why.
You have to know. You have to. Hey, that's a special kind of stupid. I don't know.
Hey. I'll get it too. When I come home and the pussy not there, I think about ending it too. How do you do that?
Fine. I got it instead, so I'm cool. I'm cool with that.
Boys being boys, bro. That is crazy. It's ironic that her name is Pearl because she seems like the dullest rock.
Bars.
You ever think about that? Mm-hmm. Like, just think about what Pearl's like.
Soft,
Unkept,
round. There's some curves to it.
boxy,
A pearl.
her build.
Oh wow, that's crazy. Cool.
I'm just thinking like how antithetical she is to the. Like, if you found
He was describing an actual pearl, and Apple was describing pearl.
a Pearl that like manifested her qualities. Like, you open up a clam, you look. Wouldn't you throw that shit back in the sea? The way all her exes keep.
Well, isn't that what's happening to her? She's not in a relationship, so people.
I keep thinking about her in that outfit. And that girl going, yo, Pearl decided to put on a trash bag. And I'm like, what kind of pearl do you find in a trash bag?
Perfect for a night out on the town.
I'll do the full front.
This dress looks like a trash bag.
All right, do you believe in alimony?
I believe in alimony in specific cases where the woman decided to forego having a career and working, decided to stay home and raise the kids. In those cases, I believe she deserves alimony, yes.
But that's a privilege.
You're ridiculous. Anyway, next, move on.
You said it's ridiculous.
It's ridiculous,
That it's a privilege to stay home with
especially
your-
coming from a girl who grew up in an affluent situation with incredibly wealthy parents. You don't know anything about struggling economically or financially. So to tell a single mother who decided to stay home and raise her children instead of work that she doesn't deserve a penny to raise her kids after a divorce is the most privileged piece of shit thing to say.
Exactly. Get her.
And it is. And it is. My girl, you in no condition to talk it because you've been talking all this debate. You've been talking about ivory towers. Bitch, you was born in one.
That's it.
You was born in one.
You have to nurse your house. It's like a 20 home. That mansion she lived in was crazy. The affluence that this girl grew up in is crazy.
Let's see with that bullshit. She doesn't know nothing about fuck.
I wouldn't have thought.
Let's say my partner gives up her job and her career path, gives up her education, whatever it is, to stay home and take care. That helps me have the flexibility to do the work I want to do while not having to pay for certain aspects of that. I don't have to sacrifice my career earnings. So I won't be stunted as I age the way my partner will be because of that. So I think it's very sensible that if you're a high earner and that this person has had to sacrifice years of their lives in that work when they're coming out of it, I think alimony's not that crazy. But again, alimony doesn't happen for most people because most people who are married have two incomes where both people are working. That's the reality.
Do you think it's fair that all of the young women who were preyed upon as minors by Jeffrey Epstein are now experiencing yet another administration engaging in a cover-up? Or was it the female's fault for being preyed upon? I'm just curious.
What kind of question is that?
I think it's a pretty straightforward one.
That has nothing to do with the topic.
You don't want to answer.
No, it does though, because you're talking about the unfairness of our court system, especially as it pertains to divorces. But we're talking about a guy who got a sweetheart deal after raping minor girls, and then even after that, multiple administrations, Democrat, Republican, doesn't matter, engaged in a cover-up, ensuring that those victims would never get justice.
Hello.
With like this.
I mean, you want to talk about the unfairness in the court system and how terrible it is for men. What about how terrible it is for women?
You can't argue against that point. Now, I would argue this is more about wealth than it is necessarily about gender, but you can't deny that the gender of all the folks who were involved
Was massively men.
Yeah, now Ghislaine Maxwell was also part of that. But this is the issue. I think a lot of people make everything about gender or race, when it's oftentimes a matter of class. That's the big divide. If you look at most of the differences between men, women, race, whatever it is, and you change the financial bracket of the folks involved, you'll realize that a lot of this shit equals out. And she raises a good point. How many times do we hear about these rings of dudes who are very powerful and get away with anything that they want? She raised that point to say, isn't this unfair to women who are victimized? And this is an example of that.
You guys know what's funny? She actually advocated for left-wing policies last 20 years, and then she got by a homeless person.
What does that have to do with the topic?
What?
Did I tell you she was going to go low?
Yeah, okay, I see what you're saying, but
You guys voted for homeless people to go around sexually assault people?
Because Anna.
By the way, I got sexually assaulted by a guy. Was that
do you know the other crazy thing?
Was that something that he did?
Why was that so fucked up for her to throw that in her face?
Because Anna.
By the way, I got sexually assaulted by a guy. Was that
do you know the other crazy thing?
Was that something that he did, or was that my fault too?
So the other crazy thing is that Anna complains that women's opinions aren't taken seriously.
And you know what? I was open to it's a fucked up thing to say. You voted for something.
Fucked up.
But I just wanted her to explain how. And she never did. Did you get an explanation?
no.
So the other crazy thing is that Anna complains that women's opinions aren't taken seriously, while the whole event was catered around her opinion. The other thing that's crazy,
What are you talking about?
is Anna complains about women being oppressed, and yet she had less experience than her co-host at the Young Turks.
Hold on. What were my complaints about women being oppressed? Can you be specific?
Right.
What did I say? Go ahead and quote me.
You got-
Go ahead and quote me, because you make shit up and you just think like it's gonna stand. You've never had a strong woman challenge your bullshit assertions.
Get her.
Tell me, what have I complained about?
Okay,
Give me the quote.
You said women's opinions are not taken seriously.
When did I say that?
In a YouTube video.
There's two women on this stage right now for that
Okay.
headline event.
Oh my God, are we gonna end?
When have I said women's opinions don't get taken seriously?
It's
You
kind
just
of
make
like
it
a
up.
roundabout. This is like eternal nagging.
Did she ever answer the question?
No, she didn't.
Like, if you're going to quote someone, you should say which video, when they said it. That's it. It's a basic thing. You can't quote someone and then say you said this, and when they ask for when, you don't have an answer. She might have said it. Again, it comes down to the preparedness.
Women almost burned down California. People are dying because they want to make women feel better.
This is a bad comedy bit. That's what it is. It's just lines.
And what she's saying might be true.
There's no facts.
But she doesn't explain how she knows this.
Women fly planes, they crash them. Women aren't CEOs.
What are the stats on that? What are the stats on that?
You know, it's like feminists. They want stats that say water is wet.
Yeah, I want empirical evidence to back up your arguments.
Because you want to be in control of telling people what to think and how to feel.
No, I want.
So wait, when Pearl brings up all these numbers, it's always valid. But when she asks for the same numbers for her claims, all of a sudden it's a problem. It's like, this is what I mean when I say these people are grifters. They have zero consistency.
I want to live in a fact-based reality that requires empirical evidence, not your assertions.
Okay, there's only one last part I want to play for you. Now, I don't know if this is true, but it happened during the live stream. I have to say, Gavin's a bit of a weirdo, but in the live stream he ends up saying this. I don't know if this is true.
Thing where she was being really vociferous and attacking Pearl. And Pearl had this sort of like calm.
Why are we
she's like,
infantilizing Pearl? She's like 2 million subscribers.
No, when a woman has a kid,
we are absolutely
infantilizing. What are you talking about? I'm saying women who have given birth are better than women who haven't given birth.
You don't have a child?
Sorry, you're more of a valid woman if you have a kid.
Yeah, the other guy's like, yeah, but I was like, what? Why are you just dropping this on the thing in the middle of the thing?
And what does that have to do with it?
And if that's not public information, I would say, yeah, that's a kind of weird thing to just say.
Yeah.
Now, maybe he didn't realize, or maybe he is just making up because
But are you saying that Pearl has a kid?
That's what he just said.
Maybe, but who cares? Like, what does that have to do with it?
The only reason why it jumped out to me is because Pearl's A, unmarried, B, shits on women every day for having kids out of wedlock and tells people to wait till marriage. That's the only reason.
But that's crazy.
That's why I jumped out. I was like, what?
That's crazy, though.
Now, if it's
true, that's crazy.
I don't care. You want to do the job, that's your business. Anyways, we'll cover another part of this on Monday, so tune in for the live because there's some
Interesting. Is Pearl hiding something? She hiding a baby? She is ridiculous. This was embarrassing and hard to watch because she was not prepared at all when this is what she does for a living. But she could not back up anything that she was saying. She couldn't answer anything directly, had no stats to back anything up, was making shit up. This was sad, but I mean, I'm not surprised. She's a sad individual. Y'all let me know what y'all think, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.